Hi, this is my film of the Two Tunnels ride, which I did for the first time in August 2016. This tunnel footage is coming up almost immediately, so I'm going to talk about that first. And this is the map, and you can see the two sections of tunnel going on the Coombe Down and the Devonshire Tunnel. So I don't know this part of Bath that well, but I think it goes underneath. They used to do the bike events ride to Salisbury 100. And that used to go over up Brassknocker Hill, which is very close to where this ride goes round. So I think this is going underneath that kind of section. Anyway, this is the first tunnel of Devonshire. So I was riding the mountain bike for this ride. As you can see, it is tarmacked, so you can do this. Certainly this section is easy to do on a road bike. And you can see that it's a slightly uphill section to begin with, so I was a bit wobbly with the camera. The film makes it look like I'm the only one in this tunnel, which was true. There was a jogger a bit further ahead, but this was a Friday. And I was talking to a local, and he said it was pretty busy at the weekend. So I think it is a very popular ride. As you can see, this is really exciting. So I think this is the first time in the UK I've been in a bike tunnel. I can't think of another place in the UK which I've done it, but I have been to the one in Lyon. The Tunnel de Rousseau, Le Tube, which is about 2.5 kilometres long, which is a proper full bike tunnel plus a bus lane, which I've got it on film, so you can check it out under my other films, which has lights and music, and it's really cool. But this tunnel is the old railway line, so there's no car section at all, so you're totally for bikes. So I think I actually, in a way, I prefer this one to the one in France, because it's purely for bikes and walkers. Anyway, you can see my jogging friend up here, and I was going quite slowly. I wasn't really pushing it, just to savour the trip, because it's, in a moment you'll see how long there's a sign which I filmed, and it's only about a 2-minute bike ride, so the film makes it look longer than it actually is. But you can go through it pretty quick, but I was going fairly slowly through it. You can see how nice the tarmac is. It's very nice to cycle, so there are no problems there. And here's looking back into the tunnel from the eastern side. Yeah, so you can see there everything you need to know about the tunnel. So I don't think I'll be going up there through there late at night on my own, but you need to be out by 11. Anyway, this is the next tunnel, which is shortly down the Coombe Down one, which is the main event. So this was early afternoon on a Friday, and basically I'd been to mountain biking in South Wales, near Swansea, and I'd gone away for a couple of days, and I was due to go back home on the Friday, and the Friday morning was a complete washout. So I was going to stay in Wales and just do another ride and then come back late. So what I decided to do was come back over to England when it's raining and try to do this ride, because I had heard about this ride previously. But I was always intending to do it as a kind of like a day trip, because it's about a 2-hour drive from where I am. So I was going to do it as a special trip. But I decided on this day I'd try it, because if the rain stopped, and which it did stop, but that wasn't perfect when I did it, when I started it. As you can see later in the film, it was perfect blue sky, so it was really beautiful. So you can see I'm holding the camera a bit more steadily now, and what I like about this tunnel is you can't see the other end. It's, it seems to go on for a long time. So it's 1.6 kilometres long, which is that's over a mile. It's about a mile. So it's really atmospheric. So there are some parts where there is a bit of music, but it's very little, and there's a little bit of lighting effects. And the one in Lyon is much more elaborate and impressive. Okay, going back to the beginning of the movie, I just pointed out that I started about 4 miles west of Bath, on the Bath-Bristol road. So I saw a sign, because there's a cycleway which goes all the way to from Bath to Bristol, and it's a high quality tarmacked path, and there was quite a lot of people cycling it. So I think it's about 15 miles altogether, but I was about 4 miles out, and then I cycled back towards Bath, and I picked up the signs for the Two Tunnels rides. And basically it takes you that south side of Bath, and it takes you, it's a gradual uphill to begin with, nothing serious. I could do it easily on the mountain bike with no stress. So I've cut the film a little bit to get to the chase. You can see the end is in sight here. So it's always exciting to get through the tunnel. I've been through quite a few tunnels really. When I was thinking about it, I've driven through quite a few, including I think it's the Lørdal tunnel in Norway, which is 24 kilometers long. I mean, it was, I think, at the time, the longest in the world. So that takes about half an hour to get through. It's got speed cameras in it, but that's for cars. And I'm catching up with my jogger friend again. I've let him go ahead. So we're nearly at the end. I was tempted to go back and redo it, but I didn't really have time. And this is looking at the from the eastern end. I was looking up at Sturminster Newton recently, and I saw a sign because I was on the cycleway there, which is the old railway line, which is part of this line, which was the old line from Bath to Poole, and you could go all the way from Poole to Bath on the branch line. It's beautiful especially around Sturminster Newton and Blandford. It's very impressive. It's a pity it's not there today, but it's a fabulous bike ride in itself. I'll do a film on that in the future. So here we hit the canal, and this is if you go to the road, you're literally right next to Brassnocker Hill. Because I remember coming down into this valley, and you got Brassnocker Hill to look forward to on the road bike. Well, not to look forward to, because there's still another 40 miles to get back to Salisbury on the Salisbury 100. That's the River Avon, and going that way along, I think the canal goes to Bradford-upon-Avon. And I didn't shoot very much of the canal going back to Bath, but this is going through into Bath now. And I didn't follow the National Cycleway signs to go, which I think took you through the city centre. So I have been to Bath before, but only twice. And I hadn't been down this way on the canal, so you can cycle along here. But you've got to be a bit careful because it's a bit narrow at certain places, so you can't charge along. So eventually I found my way back to the Bristol-Bath cycleway, because this took me out towards Bath station, and it kind of dumps you on the main road section. But eventually I found my way back on the back roads to the Bath-Bristol cycleway, and then back to my car, and then back home to Poole. So if you go this way, you probably need I didn't have a proper map. I kind of did the ride on the spur of the moment, so I had no street map. So I did have to go a little bit on the main road. And then this is coming back onto the Bath-Bristol cycleway. And this is the last scene coming up. It was a very pleasant evening, and I got back about 7ish, which is about the right time. And it's a 2-hour drive home through very beautiful Somerset and Dorset. I hope you enjoyed the film.